the Continental Cancer Center. Our center was opened in December of 2006, and we're here this evening in our waiting room. And as you can see, we have a very open space here for our patients. And some of the items that I think that patients are really drawn to is not only the piano that patients themselves play, we also have staff that play, and then we also have once a week volunteers from the community that have come in and graciously donated some time to play the piano on a weekly basis, which patients really adore. One of the other things is that we, over the years, have kind of accumulated the quilts throughout the Cancer Center. And the original one was donated by the auxiliary. And it was made in reference and in reflection from our garden that is just right outside of our front doors here. And the ladies worked very hard on this, and this was the first quilt that originated here. And then over the years, as you can see, that we've obviously have accumulated some other ones, and this has really been a focus area for our patients. And all of these quilts have been donated and made by either patients or patients' families. So as you can see that we've got a few. So why don't we come in here, and our next stop is going to be in our library. The library generally is most often used for our patients' support groups, which meet weekly on Mondays. And then also this is an area that we have all of our patient brochures. They can get their coffee, they can watch TV, they can read their email, search the internet, so it's kind of a focal area for our patients also. One of the things that we're very blessed with now is that we have a pediatric hematologist and oncologist that has recently joined us, and so we've kind of had to incorporate our pediatric patients, and so we now have a little focus area for our pediatric patients with their little table. So let's move back to the treatment room, and we'll see what that looks like. As we're kind of walking back here, one of the areas that we have, and it's very convenient for our patients, is that we have a lab right here at our facility, and we're able to kind of be this one-stop shop for our patients. And our lab is here, and we have full-time staff here that are able to draw labs, and then they are obviously sent over to the hospital to have things ran. This is the garden area that we talked about, and this was built, and then the quilt was an inspiration from the garden. So we'll come back here to our treatment room. We really like the fact that our treatment room is one big open area. It really offers, I think, comfort to the patients because it's open. There's a lot of sunlight. Patients and families are able to look outside and enjoy the weather and watch the vehicles and other people go by. But it also is great because nursing staff sits right here, and patients are really comforted by the fact that the nursing staff is right there, and they're very easily accessible to their patients. We do have 6 private rooms. We have 3 on each side of the facility. Some of our patients that maybe are iller or just maybe want to be alone have the ability to come and either lie down in a bed or sit in a recliner, and they're able to watch TV. Or for those patients that maybe want maybe more of a homier feel, and or maybe have more family members with them, would enjoy being back in our family area, which is more like being at home, and it offers the comfort of a fireplace, and it has easy access to the outside in case they want to go outside for a while. So we'll kind of walk through the building here. Again, the open treatment areas here. Nursing staff would be right in this facility here. All of our nursing staff are oncology certified nurses, so they have the opportunity for our patients to have somewhat of an expert nursing experience in oncology, and it takes some time for them to obtain that certification, and I think it enables the patients to feel confident and have the trust in that their nursing staff has the ability to take very, very good care of them. We have a pharmacy here and a pharmacist that mixes all of our chemotherapy for us and is readily available to our patients in case there's any questions regarding their chemotherapy. Basically, the treatment room itself is kind of set up into little pod areas that have kind of individual smaller areas, and then also larger areas where there can be more socialization for patients and or families to sit out here. Again, they have the televisions, they have the patient nourishment areas that obviously have, drinks and coffee and little simple food items that they're able to eat while they're here. And then on this side of the building is very much like the other side, where we have the 3 private rooms and then the family living area. And this area back in here is that each and every patient that we have here gets one-on-one education for their chemotherapy with a nurse. And that is done in this room here. And it really gives the patient the opportunity to understand their treatment plan, their goals, and the treatment and just the logistical processes of going through chemotherapy and what that means. Who can they come with? What do they bring? What do they eat? What's going to happen to them? And I think it really enables them to ask the questions and express their fears and have a nurse really spend some time with them, which is important to them. Back in this area, we have our medical oncology clinic area. We are very fortunate that this area here is home to our patient navigators that take our patients from consult to treatment and really help coordinate and streamline their care so they don't feel like they're really caught up in their healthcare system, which is great. Here is our very open treatment or our clinic area. This houses our medical oncologist, which we currently have 6 medical oncologists and 1 pediatric hematologist oncologist. Our nursing staff are frontline out here, and they again have quick access to our patients here, and physicians have the opportunity to have their nurses right here near them. And then, as we come down here, we will look in our research department. Over the years of our cancer center, we've been participated in clinical trials for the past 30 years, have a very strong research department, and that is just continually growing, and it's a great opportunity for our patients. And this is kind of where they're housed at. And we also are able to provide for our women that have breast cancer the opportunity to have them be fitted for prosthesis and bras, and it has been very convenient for these women to come in here, and we have a couple people that have donated their time, and through that is kind of a joint venture with Jayhawk Pharmacy, and they have donated some time and their staff to come over here, and it really makes, again, for this kind of the one-stop shopping here that is very, very crucial to our patient satisfaction and ultimately doing what we think is the best thing for the patient. So I think we'll move over to the radiation oncology side of the building, so we'll have to traipse back through our steps here. We have currently 2 radiation oncologists that are here with us. One primarily is with his all the time, and we also have the advantage of having a full-time physicist with us that really helps streamline treatment planning and decision-making for the physician. We also, over in this area, have a PET CT scanner, which has been very, very conveniently placed in the center, so our patients aren't having to travel outside of the center to have their scanning done, which then obviously kind of streamlines the whole process. So we'll head back there. So the PET CT scanner is one of the things, one of the imaging devices, I guess, that really enables physicians to accurately stage or help them accurately stage a patient as they're going through the process of their treatment planning and deciding what's the best treatment plan for a patient. And then some of the real action kind of takes place back in this area where patients actually do receive their radiation therapy. And we have workstations back in here, which is actually where our radiation therapists work out of. They are the ones that are actually delivering the radiation therapy itself, which obviously is all plugged into a computer, and it's all a programmed treatment plan, and they are the ones actually running the radiation machine. This area over here is a dressing area for our patients where they're able to come in very quickly, get changed, and receive their radiation treatments and be out of here in 10 or 15 minutes. So it's great for our patients that really want to minimize their time that they're here. And then here is what we call our bunker, if you will. And this is where the actual radiation machine is. And I think probably one of the most, I guess, featured spots of it is that as patients are lying on the table, receiving their treatment, they're able to gaze at the stars of the galaxy and, really are able to focus, reflect, meditate, and do what they need to do while they're here and be able to go out of here with a smile and move on with the day. And then I think really to kind of try to wrap things up, this is our radiation therapy clinic area, much like the other side. One of the things that I think is kind of special about the radiation oncology side of it is that the physicians really do have a kind of a designated place where they do their new patient visits. And it really offers, I think, a more personal aspect to it, if you will, because it is very private. It's not in an exam room, and it really offers kind of that more personal touch. And I think lastly then is one of the other things that as we really try to make this the best experience for our patients and really trying to keep these things in-house and in the same building is that we're I guess honored, if you will, to have an x-ray department where we can do pretty much anything x-ray that's needed, and patients again can come over and get their chest x-ray or their leg x-ray or whatever it may be, and then still see the physician. They don't have to leave, they don't have to park and come back, and so it's been very convenient. So that's our tour. Thank you.